All right. Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Um COVID has finally hit John MacArthur's Grace Community Church. Surprised? Should we be surprised? No, I'm not surprised. But before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Well, the inevitable happened, but let's. The reason why I am so kind of baffled by this is because, again, some of these things shouldn't have had to happen. And even now, the church is handling us, right? So, for example, the lawyer came out. Let me back up because I kind of jumped ahead of myself here. Grace Community Church, put it like this, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health reported 3 confirmed COVID cases at Grace Community Church. Later reports come out that they seem to be 3 part-time workers. And we don't know the severity of the cases. They went home. There have been other reports that, and these are very unconcerned points, that maybe even John MacArthur was quarantining out of precaution. Okay, I haven't been able to validate that point. I would be very surprised if he did, because again, why? And the fact that tomorrow they will have a service, so we'll see if he shows up and preach. But those are the kind of smaller things right here. Those are not issues that I'm that worried about or concerned about. Since the news broke, and it's been a couple of days, and again, so we'll see more news development. We'll see it'll develop more and more as we, as time goes on. And I'm looking at the responses, some of the responses. I know that I've gotten. I've commented on some of the YouTube, like for example, Bible Thumper. But the people seem to be those, of course, who are supporting John MacArthur. And here it's the interesting thing. This is what I wanted to say right here. My thoughts that I really wanted to respond to. The church, I think, lawyer. And by the way, it seemed to be, information is very scarce here. Even when I Google information, I don't seem to get information. I'm not receiving and getting information like that I just said. The fact that John MacArthur is quarantining, so I can't find that information anywhere. But the churches, and this is going to be according to, I think, Bible Thumper. Let me see if I get this thing right. Let me make sure I get this thing right here. The Bible Thumping Wing, the Bible Thumping Wing Network. That's who I've been getting a lot of my information from. And he's been a kind of a great source on all things John MacArthur, other things as well. But one of the things that it responds is that I think the lawyer came out, and again, it's even hard to get this information, but the lawyer came out and said, well, we had 3 mild cases, and then she put the thing 3 out of 7,000. Okay, so that's handling this. That's handling this, and that's what's amazing about this. Okay, so we're being handled. And whenever you see people cite these kinds of stats, like 3 out of 7,000. Okay, well, let's just look at this for a moment. Where did the pandemic start? What number did it start in America? Think about this, because I'm going to bring a screen. I'm going to give it kind of an accurate number here. Think about this. What number did this start from? That's not what I want. And I want you to see this because this is important. Now, in the United States, we have nearly 9 million cases. And of course, when I cite these numbers, we're citing them since probably January, when they start tracking it. We have 230,000 deaths, okay, based upon the COVID. So the question is, when we go back to our first confirmed case back in January, I believe it was January 21st, it was one case. One case. One case. One case. I want you to think about that. One case. Okay? So it always starts from one. And the problem with this case here, if it's 3, and remember, you don't know. I work for a state facility where we house about 360 some residents, state wards of the state. And we had, back when COVID came out, it swept through our facility, both staff and the residents. Yes, most survived. And people, this is another kind of thing that people often want to look at. They want to say, well, it's a 99% survivable rate. Okay, let's say that's true. So what? The 1% who died, they died from it. I bet you the family of Herman Cain right now would say, I wish Herman Cain wouldn't have died. So these kinds of arguments, when you see that, it's troubling, because first and foremost, they sway away from the real issue. No one should have to get it in the first place. And if you can stop it, if you can stop the spread, and this is what this whole thing is. He decided to get into a fight with the county. Here's another argument. People say, well, he's allowing, or the government allows, right, protesters to go out and protest, and they don't have masks and stuff on. He allows other businesses to go out and open, and they don't have masks or whatever. Well, that's questionable. But let's just say that if that's true, it's still wrong. The virus is still going to spread, and we're still dealing with the virus. So why on earth would you not take precautions? And if you talk with people, here's the thing. The President of the United States, they were a super spreader at the United States, at the White House. And if you want further, why not talk to Chris Christie and see what he has to say? He said it hit him like a freight train. Do you know how many times I've heard that for people who had to even deal with it? It hits them like a freight train. Chris Christie himself was in 7 days in ICU, intensive care. Why would you want to be in that? Why would you want to go through that? And my whole point is this, is that I'm not against him even opening and conducting service. But why would you, in defiance, conduct service with no mask, no social distancing? Why would you do that? The inevitable here has actually happened. I remember a few weeks ago when they were saying that we had one person test and they weren't even attending. Yeah, but now 3, watch this, of the staff, part-time staff, according to the reports, have tested. We'll see. we'll see if this thing spreads. I hope it don't, because despite of the temptation to go, look what you guys done to yourself. No, you don't want that, because there are vulnerable people, and the attitudes of certain Christians that say, well, it's 99%. Let me just say, did not Jesus leave the 99 and go for the 1%? Doesn't he not care for the 1%? So this is a developing story. Again, a predictable story. So we will see we'll see where it goes. All right, guys, that's my perspective. If you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. Till next time, I'll see you then.